What's up, Clover Tack? How are you, sir?
Yo,
How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. So
Okay.
I am super close to getting affiliate over on the on Twitch, and once I get affiliate, I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start live streaming gun content specifically to Twitch, and maybe I think Rumble. I can live stream gun content too. So
Yeah, Rumble's just such a pain in the ass.
it is a pain in the ass. It just doesn't get any easier.
Mhm.
So it's terrible. It's just terrible. But
Kind of like Anson. It's just terrible.
Yeah, I am,
that's funny.
I am pretty awful. I'm glad you noticed it too.
Terrible, terrible,
Yeah, it's
terrible,
awful.
terrible.
Horrible.
Knucklehead, terrible, terrible.
Yeah, that's right. That's what's up.
I'm having flashbacks to my
What's up,
childhood
Sport
now.
Brand? I see you out there. I didn't see Sport Brand walk in. It's been a minute since Sport Brand's been on the channel. I actually thought
Yeah.
that maybe he was pissed off or something, but never mind.
It
Maybe
has.
not.
He must be busy.
Yeah, maybe he's busy
Yeah.
trying to do stuff. But yeah, we'll be doing some. I'll do some actual like firearms content. If I had, I'm going to try and see if my Starlink will work at the range that I shoot my monthly matches at, and if so, I'll live stream the matches,
Nice.
or at least me shooting the match. Yeah.
Nice.
So I actually have a helmet cam that I have an what's called a run cam that has the actual lens is on kind of a flexible boom, so you can angle it to get the shot you need.
Yeah.
And we'll see how that works out. I've got to get. I'm almost at the end of the season. I think I'm going to miss the last two matches of the season because I'll be at TwitchCon this weekend, and then the next one in November is my event. Although if DebateCon it sucks, I will go shoot in the morning. I'll go shoot a match in the morning, and then I'll just catch the end of the debates on Sunday. And my wife will be really pissed at me, but that's okay.
I bought for like first person video.
Mm-hmm.
I bought the Insta 360 Go 3, I think.
My buddy has one of those, and
Dude,
it's awesome, dude.
I love it. I love it. It's the lightest weight, and I mean, if you're clipping it
Yeah.
to your cap, you want the lightest weight you can fucking get, and it is hands down the lightest weight. And what's cool is you take the lens part off and put it on your cap,
Mhm.
and then the other part you can use as a monitor.
Yeah. So my run cam it goes on my actual helmet on my bump helmet. So I don't have one for a cap. I do have a chest rig, but it gets blocked all the time. It's good for pistol, but it sucks for everything else.
Don't work if you have a beard either.
Yeah, I don't have one. I'm clean shaven.
Yeah.
Arthur Dye says she gave at least 20 people fentanyl today. It's interesting because my buddy in Florida, he lives over in like Jacksonville. His son, I think his oldest son actually died from a fentanyl overdose yesterday. And he posted about it today that he's just
man. I've known lots of people with kids that have done that, right? That's awful.
But this was a grown man. Like this, I think the guy was like in his probably late 20s, maybe early 30s.
A lot of the people I know that have gone that route are around that age, right? They like
really.
Yeah, like it's not like you're not like the fifth or sixth person to tell me something like this. Like I've personally known a few of them too. It's awful.
Yeah, and they had like he actually posted a picture. They had lunch like a couple of days ago. It's crazy. Yeah. Anson, you misspelled lice agent. You left the L. He didn't want to take his L.
Well, yeah, Arthur Dye was offering to play doctor with me later. Arthur Dye, I'll take you up on that. You can play doctor later with me. You just come to Grid's event at DebateCon, and you and I will have a private session together. You can fix me.
So I was reading, and maybe Arthur Daya can comment from the chat on this. I was reading where a big problem with the fentanyl is that because there are people that are recreationally using it, the amount that a recreational user that's been doing it for a while takes for it to have an effect is like what would kill a normal person. So it's very hard to get the dosing correct.
Yeah, what ends up killing these what ends up killing these people is they get clean, and then they decide that they're not going to be clean anymore, and they start doing the same level that they did when they used to be junkies full time, and it kills them on the spot, right? Like the worst thing you can do if you're a druggie is quit.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Did you watch the debate the other day between JS Urban Adventures and Teriak on whether drugs should be legal or not?
No, I didn't because
got some interesting points on that one. I didn't hear them really arguing really good points. Are you and Emmett at war? Did I miss something?
Emmett, no, I love Emmett's great. You know, I mean, if I need somebody to work on a roof for me or like do some landscaping, you know, or
because of the ice. No, Emmett, he misspelled lice. He just didn't want to take the L. He just didn't want to take that L. So that's funny. That is very funny. So so the arguments that JS were making were ones of public good, right? Like you don't want people overdosing. Arthur Ice says that is correct. For context, I give about 50 to 100 micrograms of fentanyl to start anesthesia. These people do 1 to 2 grams. Wow. That's 1,000 to 2,000 micrograms. Jeez, that's a lot, man.
Well, I mean, it's not a lot. Like, and that's the reason why fentanyl exists, right? Because it's such a small amount that gets you high compared to other drugs, right? Because what's happened is the black market that was created by making drugs illegal forced the drug dealers to be able to need a product that they could smuggle in a smaller space. That's the reason why fentanyl is such a heavily used recreational drug, because they made it so hard to get the good stuff.
Yeah. So, and I have this like really, so here's my position as a constitutional conservative, right? Like, I don't believe that the federal government should be involved in legislation of drugs, alcohol, firearms, any of those things, right? Now, if states want to have legislation, if your community, Anson, votes that you don't want fentanyl in your community, by all means, you live there, right? I mean, these are your exact peers. This is not Washington saying globally that this is something that matters. Wally wants to know, he celebrates 6 months of membership. How do you separate the grams into micrograms with a graham cracker? If the show doesn't make sense, I'll have to make sense, and we can't have that. That's right. We just keep sending in those donos so it makes sense.
Oh, graham cracker. That's good.
That was great. That was really good, actually. Yeah. So it's an interesting thing because but at the same time, the law is the law. So, and I have this fascination with people that are like, well, I just don't believe in that law, so I'm just not going to follow it. I'm like, well okay, that's not how this shit works.
Yeah, it is actually, Grid. Like if enough people disregard a law, it'll cease to be a law. That's what happened with the states nullified drug law with regard to marijuana because federal drug law says it's illegal, but the state suddenly decided, you know what, we're going to ignore federal law, right?
Well, that's because but that's because the Fed doesn't really want a battle over states' rights right now. They don't. They just don't want. They do not want to face that.
I would say that's only irrelevant. I mean, it's. How do I put this? For some people, it's irrelevant, but for others, it's not so irrelevant because I'll tell you right now that you go get you a marijuana card and then you check a certain box on a 4473 to buy a gun, and that's a federal form, then you're fucked.
Yeah, yeah, and so it. the thing that you're talking about, Anson, is not that people decided they weren't going to do it and the feds just don't care. It's that the feds don't want to have a fight over states' rights right now.
Yeah, nullification is what I'm talking about.
But it's not actually nullified. States have simply passed laws and they won't help the feds enforce it, so that does effectively nullify it. But it's still a federal law, and they still can arrest you for it if they so choose. What I'm talking about, or I guess my point is that I think it's really interesting how there's so many people who act like if they just ignore, I don't believe in that law, so I'm just going to ignore it, and they don't go about changing the law in the proper manner, right? And one of those things is drug laws, right? I think it's very interesting. I don't believe that. I personally don't believe that drugs should be illegal, right?
Okay, what about so you're saying that traffic laws actually matter, right? Like laws.
Yeah, traffic laws do matter.
Yeah,
traffic laws do
right.
Matter.
So everyone follows the traffic laws because it's the law.
They don't, but when they get caught, they get punished for it.
Right.
Because why?
Because the government
they're breaking the law.
No, because the government's devised a way to raise money.
Because they're breaking the law.
No.
Traffic laws also create a system to where people can move freely without we already have enough accidents, right? Yeah. Imagine the accidents if everybody just did not know or absolutely ignored traffic.
People constantly disregard traffic laws because they're not laws designed to force people to follow the laws. They're laws designed to force people to pay money to the state.
They're laws designed to generate revenue.
Yeah, right. And people disregard them all the time because they understand that they're arbitrary and capricious, right? People disregard, and it's just a money-making scheme.
Yeah, like a seatbelt law is one that I would agree with you on.
Well, the seatbelt law is also in I don't know about everywhere, but like here, it's a
helmet law as well.
It's a secondary law. Helmet laws are enforced. I actually see people getting pulled over for that. When I was in California, the California and Colorado did not have helmet laws. In Colorado, I rode quite often without a helmet. When I moved to California. Well, I didn't move to California. When I was in California and I had a motorcycle there, both times I was there and I had a motorcycle, I never, ever, ever left my house without my helmet. But getting back to the law part of it, if you want to say that, Anson, then you can't be angry about illegal immigration. You can't be illegal about taxation. You can't be angry because those laws are even more capricious in some cases than that.
Oh, so, yeah, no, I do. So, Grid, let me tell you about taxes.
I was thinking Angel Berber covered it for me. This is where we start. I'm waiting for Anson to go full sovereign citizen on me. I'm just waiting.
I know a bunch of those people.
I knew that you knew a bunch of them too.
Yeah. No, those people are wackos. What I was going to say though, so taxes, right? So in Alabama, there's this one specific tax law that everyone disregards. Yeah. Everyone that files a state tax return, there's a line item that says that you have to list the sales taxes that you didn't pay sales tax for when you bought something, so that you pay that to the state when you're doing your individual tax return, right? So they're basically asking you to itemize the transactions that the state didn't know about to tax for sales tax purposes. And no one ever lists anything on there. Even before the simplified use tax rules related to internet sales, people didn't list anything because there are so many different kinds of laws that are ridiculous that people ignore. They're functionally not laws because no one ever gets gone after in terms of enforcement for that. It's not something that's enforced, so it may as well not be a law, right? And so if enough people ignore a law, it may as well. And that's what happened with immigration. That's what happened. And that's exactly what your example is with immigration. People disregarded it.
That's the point.
Here's the issue, though. You just said if enough, right?
Yeah.
So that is the problem, is that the vast majority of laws that are out there is not enough people willing to risk to not abide by that law.
Yeah, and that's a simple solution.
What's up, Mikey Balls? Thanks for the raid, my man. Good to see you in the chat. Listen, I want to put a pin in this because Anson, you're wandering all over the damn place, and it's cool usually, but I actually had kind of a point where I was getting to here.
Oh, okay, sorry, man.
No, it's all right. I just know when I have to rein you in.
Horrible, terrible.
And yeah, and so as a
knucklehead.
As a constitutional conservative, of course, I believe if it's not in the Constitution, you shouldn't do it. That's why, and I believe that the federal government has no authority really to have or to put in place drug laws, federal drug crime, all of that. That's all bullshit. However, the laws do exist on the books currently, and therefore you have to follow. You should follow the law. You ought follow the law. Now, if your morality says, "Well, I don't want to follow that law," or you're like me, you would think that I speed a lot, right? But I don't. But I will literally run right up to where I know they're going to stop me.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's speeding though.
I know. Well,
it's breaking the law.
I'm the slowest.
You're
person.
over the limit. That's speeding.
I am breaking the law, but I know that I'm not going to get stopped for it.
You're in the gray area, right?
It's the
enforcement gray area.
It's an enforcement gray area, and police have discretion. So if that's the case, then I'm okay with it. But I don't run red lights. I don't do any of that stupid.
But here's what happens: you get a situation in Texas. A lot of other states have done this too, where they've had that and the enforcement gray area, and their states like, we'll just up the speed limit, and then people drive even faster.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true, absolutely. And so where I'm at with I guess where my point where I was going with this is that I think the debate between Teriak and JS was. It should have been a lot better. JS was all about public good. I don't know that. Public good can be used for so many things that I don't believe in, right? Or you don't believe in, and is not actually for the public good. As a matter of fact, we just had an incident of that back in 2021, where we had, we were told that we had to do something for the public good. And if we all didn't do it, then we were sons of bitches and endangering the entire world. And they actually did try and pass a law for that. Right?
And especially, I mean, fancy this, they want you to give up a enumerated right.
Yes,
for the public good. Like correct. It's not just don't drive too fast, right? Yeah. For the public good. It's like give up a right. Mm-hmm. For the public good. Fuck that.
I don't know who this person is. I don't know if this is like a regular user with a different username. Piss Poor Praxis. It's an interesting name. It says people who do drugs should go to jail for 5 years minimum. Why?
Well,
what purpose does that serve?
Which drugs? Like nicotine, caffeine? What are we talking about here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, is it the ones that you arbitrarily decide are the 5 year drugs? Like you got
so here's my problem. So I don't care about look, if somebody if somebody wants to pull a Sherlock Holmes and have a 7% solution of cocaine habit, if they can manage it, cool. If they can't, I guess I hate doing it, but there is a delineation, or there should be a delineation between a drug user and a drug addict or abuser, right? And Portugal has done something like this, and I think the way they've done it is stupidly liberal and kind of retarded, but the overall idea of it is sound, right? Where they may, they don't punish people for using drugs, but they do punish people for selling and distributing drugs. And or if they have over X amount, right? Period.
Well, that's just un-American right there.
Well, they're Portuguese. So
yeah. Well, I don't know. Like, I can't. I've read the Constitution. I just don't remember anywhere in there where it says drugs.
Right. Yeah, that's my point. Like, there's not. I mean,
It's
that's
like
why they should do it. Now, again, if states want to do it, right? Like, if Tennessee wants to say that you cannot have cocaine within the border of Tennessee, and if you do, we're going to burn your ass at the stake. That's totally cool.
There's a case to be made that would life, liberty, and property would encompass that.
What? That's not in the Constitution, though.
Well, I understand that, but
it is.
That's the Bill of Rights. That's a bunch of
still a founding premise.
But they expand on it in the Federalist Papers as well.
From which
Cat, are you off for the night? Got to go do stuff later. Okay, go make drugs for people. Kissy Cat, because you're a pharmacist.
Yeah, we got a pharmacist and a pain doctor here in your
5 years. 5 years. Hold on. Let me. I gotta throw this back up here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not. Drugs should be viewed as a health issue and not a criminal issue. That's what the Portuguese say. I'm not really sure about that.
So Arthur. So I've been friends with one of the assistant district attorneys here in my city. Mm-hmm. And Arthur Dye touched on something here. The difficult thing is drug use is often strongly correlated with other crimes.
Yes.
So I talked with my DA buddy about this, and what he explained to me is that what ends up happening is that people end up doing other drugs to support their habit, and the reason why it's so expensive is because the drugs are illegal and extremely expensive and hard to get. So
they would be expensive. They would probably be more expensive if they were legal. That's what happened with pot, right? Everybody said, well, the price of pot will go down, and yet the price of pot went up.
It's because it was highly regulated.
No, it's because it's highly taxed.
Yeah.
And because
that's part of the regulation. And
because the amount of security the pot shops have to not get robbed. Fiscal practice says 5 years would be a deterrent. I disagree right now. If you caught with drugs, I think it's way more than 5 years, right? Like if you get
depends on the drugs and
I'm sure I mean, but I think 5 years is not quite enough.
Grid
also says, hang on, I want to help. This guy says drugs are illegal. That's a criminal issue. LOL liberals. No, look. Well, first of all, Notlow's whatever is actually, I think, a communist, but that's okay. He can be a communist. We'll talk about him when he's not here and make fun of him. But it's okay. He can be a communist. And that's fine. Everybody makes fucking mistakes. But at any rate, the arguments that JES made were bad. The arguments that Teriak made were worse. I think the debate could have gone a lot better. That's just my opinion. I think JS could have made some much stronger arguments against the legalization of drugs, and I think that Teriak could have made much better arguments for the legalization of drugs.
So if there was a free market for marijuana in the states that made it legal, then there wouldn't be an issue. The problem is that you can't just go in your backyard and grow it, right? It's a plant.
So here's where I'm at with Angel. I agree with Angel Berber. I'm like, this is where I truly believe. This is why, even though as a conservative, I believe you should follow the laws, and the law says drugs are illegal. But for a long time, I felt that all drugs should be legalized. However, you get one shot at publicly funded rehab. If you relapse or die or whatever, sorry, that's what happens.
I don't understand why
having a big government bad, then demand government rehab. Correct. That is absolutely. Pretty much my stance in a nutshell. It's a little bit more than that, but
it's an unrelated issue. It's totally unrelated. Having a free market for something and having socialized health care are two totally different things.
Not right now. They're not.
Well, I know, but in reality,
in reality, they're not, Anson.
No,
in reality,
they are not. They've been connected by the political class, but it doesn't mean that they logically should be connected.
But that's logically is not reality. Reality is reality. Reality is that currently, not only do people have access to legal drugs that are stronger and more effective than ever because these people are able to just continuously refine their strains, but the money from that is being paid or given put into programs, in theory at least, to support their socialized healthcare. But it's not enough because there's so many people, getting hooked on all this shit. Or worse things, right? Like everybody said, marijuana is not a gateway drug, and yet people using marijuana are getting hooked on fentanyl next, and then they die, or they get hooked on some other thing, and then they die, or they end up in rehab 14,000 times that you and I pay for.
So now that's unrelated. Also, you're saying that marijuana is a gateway. Okay,
no, I did not. I said that people said for a long time, and I don't disagree. I don't know. I've never smoked pot, so there's a lot of people who said that marijuana was a gateway drug, and they said, well, it's not, and they proved that in court, and that's why part of the reason why marijuana got legalized. However, everywhere you see an expanded use of pot, you see an expanded use of every other fucking drug under the sun.
So you're saying that the drug addicts have gone to the places where they can get drugs legally?
But they can't get fentanyl legally, Anson.
Yeah, but
they can't get heroin legally, Anson. They can't get cocaine.
Yeah, I know. But you're saying that the irresponsible people who value altering their mind have gone places where they won't be punished for.
Well, they don't have to anymore. So many states.
Well, not Alabama. Yeah, not where I am. Yeah. They still treat it like it's a crime here, which I don't necessarily mind. They need to do it more, but What I'm saying is, like, the reality of people making decisions, right? If you're going to be a person who makes poor deciwill you're going to.
This Praxis guy. Look, hey, Praxis. Somebody will give you the Discord, and you can roll on up here and make your case so that I can understand it, because you're not actually making sense. I'm sure that in your mind, all of this makes sense, but in everybody else's mind, you're not making any sense. I mean, I'm sorry, you're just not making sense.
So if you're the kind of person who's susceptible to using substances and becoming addicted to them, then you're going to use other substances and become addicted to them. It's a personal problem, right? It's a disease of bad character.
Sure. Right. So I don't know who Oatlofts is, a piece of crap commie, and you listen. No, not Lowe's 2 is a commie. I don't listen to him. I make fun of him.
I think you're being trolled. You're being trolled.
I could be. That could be you.
It could be. It's not, but it could be. It seems like something I would do.
Yeah, and the next line is people who. Where is that? People who smoke pot are stupid hippie Democrats. That's weird.
So are people who use Twitch.
Oh, damn. Burn! All right, so where did Not Lowe's 2 go? I just saw his comment. He said he is not a commie. Well, I mean, you sound like a commie. It walks like, talks like. I'm calling commie. I mean, you're welcome. Hey, come on up, man, and we'll talk about this, man.
No, libertarians are not Democrats who want to smoke weed. I've known lots of libertarians who think that marijuana is bad and people shouldn't do it. Right? That's totally unrelated things. That's a trope, Arthur Dyer.
Mm-hmm. Marijuana's bad, okay?
Yeah, it is. It is bad. It's bad.
Honestly, you're
caffeine's bad, okay? Sugar's bad, okay?
I don't see you, Mike Ball. Oh, you were stuck backstage. I don't see you, man.
Yeah, I don't see him. I would have seen him too, because I
think he meant he was stuck backstage on his, and he.
I got you. Oh, on his show, yeah, I got you. All right, cool. You took the rage bait. Awesome.
Yeah, I did.
I would like to be an anarcho-syndicalist, but people as a whole are too dumb. So in the meantime, radical socialism, you mean communism?
Well, you're assuming he's a global socialist instead of a national socialist. He might be one of the national kind.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's still commie. Grid one, and Angel Berber says libertarians run into this conundrum when dealing with drug legalizations. They seem to think that small federal government good, but think it is okay to grow local government massively to deal with drug rehab.
No,
See, that's I don't want that at all. Like I'm not the
government's job.
Yeah, I think that if we have to throw the bone out there, because I would be like, no, you have to pay for if you can pay for drugs, you can pay for your own damn rehab, right? Like that would be my attitude in a nutshell. However, I'm willing to bend slightly a little bit to say that, okay, you get one shot at government funded well, he says he's the National Socialist, so
all right, I'm gonna entertain your thing because I'm just curious. So
yeah.
One shot at okay.
One shot at coming clean. Okay.
So when the second time inevitably happens at some point,
yeah, when you rehab,
what happens then?
You die, or you come through it on your own, or your parents pay for it, or your wife pays for it, or your church could pay for it, but the government will not pay for it.
How about no government at all?
No societies existed with no.
No, I'm saying no government option.
I think.
Oh, you mean no government? So look, that's where I'm at. I'm just saying I'm willing, because I know that that's a sticking point for so many people. I'm willing to say, okay, you get one shot at it, right? So you have this, we have Medicare, Medicaid. You get one shot to clean up your act, and after that, sorry.
How about everybody is responsible for their own self-preservation?
Yeah, you're damn right. Thank you.
I'm in that. See, that's where I'm at, but I'm willing to extend an olive branch. Just the one. That's it.
They need to make their own damn olive branch.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, I would be super happy if we just didn't have any public health care whatsoever. And we could get completely private, and we destroyed the medical industry as it exists today.
Yeah, it would be way more efficient. People would get better treatment. It would be less expensive because you'd be actually paying for the services.
And you could probably pay your doctor in chickens. Like you could,
Yeah, I'd pay Arthur Dyer with a chicken.
Well, if people did not have a bloated bureaucratic behemoth of a government that was taxing the complete dog shit out of them, right? And they had all the extra money, then you could feasibly, if you're talking about good people, you could feasibly help those in need that you deem worthy of help, right? Because let's face it, not everybody's worthy of help.
Well, now let me throw this back out there, because Raging Patriot's correct here. That doesn't sound like a Christian. True. However, I'm not a Christian nationalist, right? Like I'm not so. I mean, I believe that all of our laws and we should act as in a Christian manner, but I don't think that there's any way to mandate that, right? So I'm not in favor of the government having really, honestly, anything to do with any of this. The federal government, especially. Now, state governments, I'm okay with, because that's your community, that's your neighborhood, that's your state. But I would rather see churches and private organizations deal with rehab, deal with as they used to. And there you go. That would be and that is exceedingly Christian, to be honest with you. And as churches used to be, right? Churches used to run asylums for people who had drug and alcohol problems and all kinds of other mental issues. So, Anson, why did you come back in on the Def Not Test name?
Well, I don't know. You want me to use one of my different troll names?
No, it's fine. I was just wondering why you.
I've got a Def Not Troll. You want me to use Def Not Troll?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I mean, I just feel like that it's I just don't believe the federal government is good at any of this shit, and so it shouldn't be involved in it. It just shouldn't, right? And so, yeah. Mark Witkowski says, my religion is between God and me. No, I lost it. Not organized religion. Well, that's okay. That's okay. Universal health care is never good for the economy, not Lowe's. Seriously. Come make that argument. I absolutely want to hear that argument. Yeah. We won't get it, but I want it.
Not Lies is all right. He's a good guy. I like Not Lies.
I think he means well. I think he's just been, I think he's a bit touched in the head.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a lot of fun,
Not Lowe's 2, we don't need the government to get people back to work and healthy. That's wrong, because that's not what happens. What we end up with is a lot of fat fuckers bilking the system, running around claiming every single possible health issue.
So Grid, do you think that we would have like super expensive heroin if you could grow poppy plants in your yard?
Well, I don't think you can grow them in your yard, but
why
not? Because they require if you had a greenhouse, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, people,
because it requires a very specific environment.
Or
they're hard to grow too. By the way, they just
but I mean, where there's a will, there's a way. People do all kinds of
now. You said this the other day.
I don't know how strong that argument is, because you can do a lot of things for yourself, and we see people fail to do that constantly.
Yeah, but I mean, if there
Look
was
at the amount of people that fucking eat out, and how hard is it to open a can of fucking Chef Boyardee?
Right. Yeah, hang on, guys. So, Not Lowe's, you've made this argument before. That's total horseshit. Canada spends 12.4% of its GDP on healthcare. America spends 18% of their GDP on their healthcare. That's because it's for profit. You were fucked in the head, Not Lowe's too. So, first of all, we have like 5 times the number of people you have, you dumb fuck. Obviously, we're going to spend more. Not because it's for profit, but simply because we have more people. And therefore, our health care is going to cost more.
Also, don't want to trade my excellent health care for their shit.
Yeah, I don't
not
know
that everybody here has excellent health care. That's not what I'm saying. But I do. Fuck you.
I don't know that. Well, hold on. But I don't know anyone. So I live in a small town, in a smallish town, or a small city, and I have property in small towns, and they have great health care. What are you fucking talking about? And they get seen right away. Like, I can literally, and
my insurance is the bomb on top of it. So, yeah.
Mine's better.
So Not Lowe's too. You're going to lose this argument, man. You're going to lose this argument. Literally, when people who live in Toronto and other cities, they cannot go and get their fucking teeth taken care of for months. They have to schedule an extraction out for months. And their people are coming here for basic bullshit healthcare. Then you can talk to me about how great Canada is. By the way, you guys suck. I mean, you guys are about to be fucking bankrupt, morally and financially. So I don't think I would throw stones at your neighbor to the south here, because you guys are fucked in the head.
Yeah, y'all are almost bad as shape as we are, Not Lowe's.
Well, they pretty much got to throw stones, because it ain't like they got guns.
Oh, ow, wow. Wow. That is actually Arthur Daya, who, by the way, if you have not yet figured out, Arthur Daya is an actual medical professional, highly paid, by the way, highly paid.
And she pointed out the problem very accurately, and that's the government-run healthcare that's infected our system, and it's causing a distortion.
So I can put it up there, but
yeah. She says a lot of our healthcare costs issue is that we have government involvement due to Medicare and Medicaid for 40% or more of our healthcare coverage. And when you have a socialist system competing with the free market system, it's going to cause distortions in the market and cause pricing mechanisms to be all screwed up, because socialism always messes up prices.
It's just like how our education system got fucked up the minute they went to government guaranteed student loans.
Yep.
The minute that happened, you watch how tuition has just fucking skyrocketed. Why? Because the universities can say, yeah, you know what? Our tuition used to be $1,500, but fuck it, we want $10,000 a semester now.
Yeah, well, there's an economic term for that. It's called perverse incentive, right? When you remove when you remove the mechanisms of the free market system and replace competition with government, then what you have is people taking advantage of the system and making decisions that they wouldn't make if they were spending their own money.
Galera 1% sends in $4.99 American dollars. Grid's all up on the snow Mexicans. I am, man. I'm tearing it up tonight. I'm tearing it up. I was sore earlier, man. I went out and played, again, I played another 18 holes of golf today, man. It was tough today, man. It was, I drove home, right? And I get out of the truck and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm sore as shit. I literally went in and took a hot ass bath because I was sore. $4.99 from Mikey Balls. America only, 100% US. All right, my man Mikey Balls up in the house. That one-legged man kicking all of the ass. Now, where did Patrick just made a comment? Yeah. All right, where's I just saw a really good piss. By the way, Piss Poor Praxis wants you to know, Notlos, that we're coming to take over your country. Just to let you know that. Patrick, I finally found the comment. Right, Grid. Guess what? Government manages all student loan bills because that's what was bundled into the Obamacare bill. Funny, the connection there. Nothing but net on that one. That is badass. Patrick is up to date. He knows what's going on. That man is smart.
Yeah, well, if you trace it back, the actual problems occurred during the George W. Bush administration. A lot of the packages that George W. Bush did to prevent the economic meltdown from getting worse temporarily made changes to the student loan market. And so it's actually George W. Bush fucking everything up too.
Well, but I believe, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, Bush, the changes he made were supposed to be temporary.
Yeah.
Obama made them permanent and expanded on them.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, you had one bad president. It's basically like Hoover going into FDR. Hoover screwed up a whole bunch of stuff that caused the Great Depression to get bad, and he was a Republican. And then when he got out of office, FDR just doubled down on all his Hoover's stupid shit.
Yeah. I mean, they were so. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into that. It's too long a conversation. I don't have that much time.
Yeah, but we've already established that drugs should all be legal, right? I mean, based on our conversation. So
I think that they should. Unfortunately, the laws are in place until we change the laws. The laws are the law. So if you get caught, you get that thing. Shit happens, right? 74 Cool Broski U2 says Kel is a commie feminist.
Whoa! I like Kel. That's not very.
She's a feminist. I'll go with that.
She's not she's just.
I don't know if she's a communist. She is confused. She says some really base things and then turns right around and fucks it right up. Obama screwed us. He did screw us. Apparently,
If that was true, Arthur Dye, you wouldn't be a cat lady.
That's true. All right, so Mikey Ball says Kel's a Marxist. Is she? She doesn't really say very many Marxist things.
No. I don't think she understands enough about economics to have a position.
Oh, that's probably true. I will probably see Kel tomorrow or the next day.
Yeah. If she's not mad at you, maybe she'll talk to you. Are you gonna be mean to her?
Bullshit, man. That was so much bullshit. That whole thing, man. That was just nuts, right?
Did you apologize yet? You should take a minute and apologize to Kel, and then we can clip it and send it to her.
Why would I apologize for what? I don't know what you're talking about.
Just say, Kel, I'm so sorry that I hurt your feelings. I was just trying to help. Please forgive me.
I have never said anything about that I was sorry for hurting someone's feelings. I don't even tell my wife that. What are you talking about?
Yeah, okay, so that was good. You were really close, Grid. So just change a few of the words around and you'll get it. You'll get it next time.
No, I know what I'm saying. That's not going to happen. But as long as we're as long as we're talking.
I'll give you
Bro, I'm obviously not. I told you like multiple times that I'm not fucking like gonna respond to like I can't under.
Yeah.
You're so sorry for being mean to Kel.
I'm in no look. First of all, I wasn't mean to Kel. Kel took what I said completely the wrong way. I was look. You know what really messes my brain about this is I literally told Tyler he was out to fucking lunch. I literally told him that he was like I'm like, dude, you're fucking wrong. Like I was way harder on Tyler, and Tyler's like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like
that felt like an apology.
No, that did not at all.
Yeah,
it's not even close. There's no way. No way. Look, Kel has to understand I'm a dude. I have one way of talking to people. I really don't, especially not to people that are not my immediate family. I don't talk like that. So whatever happened. Oh, fucking. Hey, Anson.
Yeah.
You need to take care of this.
Yeah. Well, she's just expressing why she's my type. I like feisty women.
That's a.
Yeah, I enjoy the vexing feminists. They're good for breeding.
She did not say that. There's no way she said that because that wouldn't happen. That would not.